What's going on, YouTubers? This is Mac here, and yes, I have on my wrestling attire. I got on my fighting gloves. I got on my wrestling hat. I have on my WWE Hall of Fame ring, and I also have my belt that I once defeated Hulk Hogan many years ago to win it. I I washed off the NWO paint and all that shit. But no, SummerSlam happened tonight live from Los Angeles. And seriously, yes, I do have a fucking belt, and it makes me feel like I'm the fucking champion. Like I whipped everybody's ass tonight on the motherfucking lineup. But there was a couple of matches that I was interested in, before, the pay-per-view even started. But I wanted to know who was gonna win between The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. I knew they was gonna give us a good match, which it was a nice match. It was an okay match to be the first match. And of course, Dolph Ziggler came out as champion. I don't know why they bring The Miz in. I don't know why they made him a champion in the beginning. I really don't know. I mean, like the world champion when he was at WrestleMania defeating John Cena. I still don't get that part. I never seen him as a good champion. I never seen him as the face of the company. And I mean, I guess they tried to do that because he was, you know, on the Real World and MTV, and they thought he had this social media type of connection, which no. I mean, the only person I know that can get in that can bring that much attention is Brock Lesnar and The Rock. Those are the two people who left wrestling and can pull in a whole new audience to watch the person they've been watching as they go over to the WWE or return back to the WWE. But Dolph, former world champion as well, he held his belt. I beat him for it too. It's nothing. But Dolph Ziggler came out with the win. It was a nice win. It was a nice match. It was a good match. So what can I say about that? The other match I was looking forward to seeing was the Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. That was a good match too. That was probably the best match of the night, or tied for best match of the night, because I do also like the Randy Orton and Roman Reigns match as well. Um, Both of these matches, you really couldn't tell who was going to win, even though we have our predictions and we have our source, but it kind of looked like either one could win in these matches, especially the Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I mean, we were all rooting for Dean, of course. Seth, he's a good athlete. To me, I think the WWE is more past the whole CM Punk thing, walking out incident, because of the simple fact this guy looked like he could be I'm not going to say reborn CM Punk or anything like that, but I think they're trying to get him to fill in those shoes. But they're working him up slowly and slowly. And I'm sure, I'm saying this right now, live via YouTube, when he turn in that Money in the Bank, when he cash it in, he's going to win it. He's going to win it. Just like he won tonight. Good segue. Tonight he won against Dean Ambrose. It was a hell of a match. They had a lumberjack match. Dean Ambrose did this thing where he jumped off of the rope while the lumberjacks was bringing Seth back to the ring, and he jumped on all of them, and it just fell apart. It was a beautiful match, though. I really did like it. You couldn't tell who was going to win. And then they all got into the ring, and they had this little Royal Rumble moment going on there, and that was just it. I mean, it was a beautiful match. I'm not gonna go further into details, but it was a nice match. It was very athletic. It was very what you expected to be. Everyone being aggressive. So, is it over for these two? I don't think so. I don't. I do think Dean is going to end up defeating him at some point. I don't know if it's going to be on a TV broadcast show, whether Raw, SmackDown, or the next pay-per-view. Because you know WWE can work the hell out of a storyline. And when I mean work the hell out of it, I mean drain the hell out of it. I mean prolong the fuck out of a storyline. Um, so yeah, Seth Rollins won that one. What other one? Okay, the Bray Wyatt and Jericho. I really that match was kind of boring to me. It really was. It was kind of boring, but it wasn't the boringest match of the night. It wasn't. Well, I don't know. We'll get to that in a minute. But Bray Wyatt, I think he's a good wrestler when it comes to the story. I think the storyline makes him a better wrestler. When you have a boring storyline, it makes him a boring wrestler. And this thing with him and Jericho was really boring. I wasn't sticking with this whole storyline at all because it seems like as soon as Jericho came, all of a sudden they had a problem. How? I don't know. It wasn't nothing you seen coming, so it wasn't nothing you were expecting, so it wasn't nothing you feel to need to get interest in. But it was just boring to me. Jericho lost. Finally, Bray Wyatt finally got a huge win because when he was facing John Cena those times, you expect him to win, and he didn't. He really didn't win. Like some of the big ones that I expected Bray Wyatt to win, he didn't win. But this wasn't even a big one, you know. I mean, Jericho, he's part-time wrestler now. He's an older cat now, you know. I don't think he's going to ever win the World Heavyweight title again. So, what's next? Who is Bray Wyatt to fight next? Who? I know who I would like for him to see. You know, I would like for him to go against the Roman Reigns, but I'm pretty sure they're going to let Roman Reigns. If you put Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt into a main event, they're going to push Roman the most. Because I thought by now Bray Wyatt would at least have some type of title, whether it's the United States or the Intercontinental Belt. I just thought by now he would own some type of title. But I guess his first title is going to be the world title. I don't know when the other boys are going to get the tag belts, but one day. One day. And luckily we didn't see the Usos and you know, Hopper and all of them go at it again for the 17th fucking time. Tired of seeing that. But anyway, Bray Wyatt won that match against Y2K. Congratulations. What the fuck is next? Seriously. AJ Lee, she lost. I don't want to go into detail with that because that shit wasn't too much. Stephanie McMahon, she won. Nikki Bella, you know, turned on her sister, blah, 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 blah. Don't want to get into that shit. Jack Swagger, he lost. And I kind of was hoping that he lose. I mean, not saying that I'm anti-American, but I did want him to lose because WWE have this thing every time they try to build someone up, just like Cesaro. They was building him up where he was on a run where he was just defeating people, and he was on this long run, and then he took a loss, then another loss, then another loss, and then speaking of losses, tonight as the pay-per-view began, what do they call it? What the hell is it? You know, before the pay-per-view happens, the pre-show. Cesaro versus RVD. Cesaro loses. I mean, I really thought it was working him up to actually become a contender for the world title, and now he's basically, I don't know. It's just horrible. Cesaro, I really think he should be in the world title defense as well. Like, well, not defense, but in that category. Because he is a tremendous wrestler. He is very technical. He's very aggressive. He does moves we, don't see that often. And he really draw good matches. He really do. So, but WWE is dropping the ball on that one. I don't know if they just chose to, push Dean Ambrose and all them people more, but whatever. But yeah, I wanted Jack Swagger to lose that so Russo can actually continue with this streak, and hopefully they get a real American. I'm hoping sometime in the future they can possibly bring back I don't know, a Kurt Angle or something, for one more match or whatever the case may be, or one more storyline to lead up to actually defeating Russo. I think that'll be good, because I damn sure don't want to see no fucking Hulk Hogan and Russo. And don't too many other wrestlers out there says American than Kurt Angle and Hulk Hogan too, and Hacksaw. But Jack Swagger, I guess that's more of his baby face turn. But with this loss, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Jack Swagger go back down the hill to this losing streak, where he's just going to be a guy that comes in and gets his ass whipped, and that's it. I'm pretty sure. So I'm glad of that win, and that was a pretty good match too, because at that point you really didn't know who was going to win either. That was a pretty good match, pretty decent match. And Roman Reigns and your boy, yeah, Randy Orton. That was a good match. Usually, I'm not really a Randy Orton fan. I'm a Randy Orton fan, but lately I haven't been, because lately I'm starting to see how he don't have good microphone work. Like when Randy picks up the microphone, like I really think ratings just fall the fuck down for some odd reason. He really doesn't impress me. He doesn't say anything to make me, ooh, Randy's going crazy tonight. Like even John Cena can pick up the microphone and go crazy on the mic, and even Cesaro got a little bit of mic skills, but Randy Orton, it seemed like he's so in character with this Viper mode, which was, like 6 years ago. I don't know. Let me tell you something, Cena, and he doing all that shit. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just, I don't know. But anyway, they had a great match. Roman Reigns, it was this nice RKO when he was going for a spear, or was it the Superman? I think it was the Superman punch. He was going for the Superman punch or spear. I forgot. But he was in midair, and Randy just caught him with that damn RKO. That was impressive. And he went for the pin. He kicks out, and then he gave him the spear. Randy Orton kicks out of that, and they just went on back and forth. And Randy was preparing to give him the boot, the long kick to put him out, which I don't think he can even perform that move anymore, because I haven't seen him perform that move in such a long time. He always attempt to, but never connect. But that was a good. That was a good match. But when he went for the kick, he swiped the leg, and Randy Orton fell on his back. Then he got up and he ran towards him. Randy Orton swung. Roman Reigns ducked, bounced to the ropes, and then came back with a spear. Pinned him 1, 2, 3. So I guess that's putting him in the hunt for your boy Brock Lesnar, which won and defeated John Cena. Now this is the part I wanted to talk to, because all that other shit you just heard, I was just, trying to get past that, just in case some of you didn't watch it and really wanted to hear bits and pieces and tiny details on the other matches. But the match that was supposed to be the pump of the pay-per-view. Now you got two sides to look at this. If you're just watching it just to watch it, you're not a fan of neither, or you don't care for neither, then that match was boring as fuck. Really, it was 90% Brock Lesnar and 5% John Cena, and the other 5% was the fucking crowd. It was boring. I'm speaking from a non-fan just watching. For some of those who say, oh, I ain't watched wrestling in a long time, and you just end up watching this, you was like, okay, this shit is kind of boring. Okay, let's look at it from 3 points of views. But from the boring point, if you just watching this match, it was boring because you didn't do nothing to see Cena get his ass whipped. You didn't see no competition. This is the main event. This is what you're expecting to be the nail biter, what you're expecting to be the on the edge of your seat match. But it wasn't that. No edge of seats. No. Cena tried, but no edge of seats. It was a fucking blowout. It was the NBA Finals Game 7, lose by 40 points type of blowout. Spurs versus Heats blowout. It was one of those type of things. Now, second point of view. If you are a John Cena fan, it was more terrifying. I'm pretty sure some 6-year-old went to bed and pissed the fuck off to the max. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure when Mommy came in to read them the bedtime story, he said, "Ma, I don't even want to hear this shit right now. Just give me some time to myself." I really think that. I really do. Somewhere in America, there's a pissed off 6-year-old going to bed, not happy. Okay? Because all you did was see your favorite wrestler get his ass whipped. That's all you're seeing. Now, from a third point of view, if you're not a fan of Brock, and you're also not a fan of John Cena, but you want to see John Cena get his ass whipped, this match was the best fucking match of the night. If you wanted to see John Cena lose that belt and get his ass kicked and had no chance of winning, this was your dream match. This was the match you were prepared for. This is the match you've been waiting for. This is the match you was hoping that CM Punk would have gave to Cena. This is the match that you was hoping that, Cena just that Bray Wyatt would have gave him. This is the match you was waiting for, and the Beast, the Conqueror, he delivered that. He said he was going to fuck him up, and it's not going to look good for you Cena fans. It did not look good. No, not look good. Because he beat the shit out of him for like 12, 15 minutes straight. I mean, John came with a couple of punches here. He gave a F5 there, and then he kicked out, and then Brock Lesnar got up like The Undertaker did, and he just laughed. And he toyed with John Cena the whole time. I'm mad I didn't see no, F5s through some tables and, shit like that. I mean, I think they could have gotten a little extreme. I think that would have made the people who just was tuning in kind of more exciting to see John Cena get his ass whooped in style. But he beat him fair and square. It was no cheating, no nothing. Now you got to look at this. Brock Lesnar has in his time defeated Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, beat a streak. He defeated Mark Henry, defeated RVD, defeated The Rock. He defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin. He defeated the Triple H. the list goes on. He's defeated Eddie Guerrero, JBL. This guy has defeated a lot of people in his path. And now, for him to defeat John Cena, this is getting kind of good. Now, if he would have defeated CM Punk, didn't he defeat CM Punk? I think he did. I think, didn't Brock Lesnar defeat CM Punk? Maybe I'm tripping. I keep thinking about the I keep thinking about the CM Punk versus Ryback. Somebody let me know if that did happen. I do believe so, though, if I'm not mistaken. But Brock Lesnar whipped his ass. And this just adds on to how big of an impact this guy has been throughout his whole career. So, Brock's the new champion. I believe he's going to keep it into WrestleMania. And when WrestleMania comes, it will be him and Roman Reigns. And Roman will come out as your new world champion. So I will be tuning into Raw tomorrow night. Let me know what y'all think as Brock is the world champion. Let me know what y'all think about Cesaro, why he's being pushed back all of a sudden. What's next for Bray Wyatt, and I mean, y'all let me know. Give me some comments. Let me know what y'all think. All right. Remember, thumbs up, subscribe. Y'all have a good night.